Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos, how Manchester United could line up with Cristiano Ronaldo. So obviously I'll stick with the 4-2-3-1 formation, so David De Gea in goal, at right back Wan-Bissaka, the two centre halves Raphael Varane and Harry Maguire, at left back Luke Shaw, the midfield Pogba and Fred. On the left hand side Mason Greenwood, Bruno Fernandes in the number 10. On the right hand side Jadon Sancho, and up top Cristiano Ronaldo. So that's how Man United could line up with Ronaldo. By the way, Cristiano Ronaldo won't be wearing the number 7 shirt at Manchester United. Now, the Premier League announced today that Ronaldo is Man United's new number 7. The Cristiano Ronaldo deal is subject to a medical, the personal terms and a visa. The news broke out yesterday saying that Manchester United re-signed Cristiano Ronaldo after 12 years. Man United agreed a fee with Juventus for Ronaldo. We've paid 12.8 million up front. With add-ons included, it rises up to like 19.8 million. Ronaldo will sign a 2-year contract with Man United worth £480,000 a week. Ronaldo is our 4th signing of this summer transfer window, so Solskjaer has now got that final signing on the board, because before the news broke out regarding Ronaldo, Solskjaer confirmed that he wanted to make one more signing. In Solskjaer's press conference ahead of the game against Wolves tomorrow, Solskjaer made a public plea for Cristiano Ronaldo to rejoin Man United. Yesterday, Ronaldo left Juventus training. He was there for 40 minutes. Ronaldo made it clear to Juventus that he wanted to leave. We took Ronaldo from Man City's grasp because Man City were the favourites to sign him this summer. You know, Man City had held talks with Cristiano Ronaldo's agent, Jorge Mendes. But Man City ended up pulling out of the race for Ronaldo. The reason City did go in for him, though, is because they couldn't get Harry Kane, because Harry Kane is staying at Tottenham. But I think a lot of United fans will be shocked that Ronaldo has decided to come back. I didn't think he'd have ever come back to Man United. Ronaldo is the greatest player of all time. You know, Ronaldo has won 32 major trophies in his playing career, including 5 Ballon d'Ors. In Ronaldo's first spell at Manchester United, he won the Champions League, 3 Premier Leagues, the FA Cup, 2 League Cups, and he won the FIFA Club World Cup. In his first spell, he was with us for 6 years, so he was with us from 2003 to 2009. He scored 118 goals in 292 games in all competitions. When we got him back in 2003, we paid £12 million for him from Sporting Lisbon. We sold him to Real Madrid in 2009 for £80 million. We gained a £68 million profit. Ronaldo enjoyed like 10 years with Real Madrid, and Juventus got Ronaldo back in 2018. They paid £88 million, and he enjoyed 3 years with Juventus. His current contract at Juventus was due to expire next year. Ronaldo demands titles at Man United. I think we can definitely win a Premier League title with Ronaldo in the team. It would be fantastic if Man United could make another signing before the summer transfer window shuts, because Man United still do need a midfielder, and there's been quite a few midfielders on our agenda. I've disregarded Saul Niguez coming to Man United, because reports have said today that Saul Niguez is set to stay at Atletico Madrid. His move to Chelsea is off. Obviously earlier on this week he said that Chelsea overtaken Man United in the race for Niguez, and Chelsea put an official bid in. It was an initial loan deal with an option to buy next summer. But earlier on in this week there was something in Niguez to Man United, because reports from Spain and that were saying that Niguez was set to complete an imminent transfer to Man United, and Fabrizio Romano mentioned that Niguez transfer was on, and it said would have brought Niguez in on an initial loan deal, which would include an option to buy or maybe even an obligation to buy, and it did mention that Man United would have paid a loan fee and would have paid the midfielders full wages for the entire season. Niguez is valued at 38 million. Declan Rice, you know the news on him. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer still wants Declan Rice. Declan Rice has been unhappy with West Ham's 100 million price tag. He's planning to run down his contract at West Ham. He's got 3 years left on his contract at West Ham. Declan Rice has rejected 3 contract offers at West Ham. And Man United have also been linked with Eduardo Camavinga from Rennes. Reports from France said earlier on this week that Camavinga is set to leave Rennes before the transfer window closes. Camavinga made Rennes fans aware that he played his final game at the club. Rennes are prepared to sell Camavinga for 30 million. His current contract at Rennes expires next year. Man United accelerate Camavinga interest. And not so long ago, it said that Man United were eyeing a cut price deal for Ruben Neves from Wolves. Man United are unwilling to pay 40 million. Wolves said they want 40 million to let Ruben Neves go. Not so long ago, Bruno Lage said he wants to keep Ruben Neves, but he said every player has a price. Earlier on in the window though, Ruben Neves hinted that he'd made a decision on his future, and he called any talks of a transfer away from Wolves. And he's very happy at Wolves, and he did reveal his excitement of working alongside Bruno Lage. But at one point, he said Man United were leading Arsenal in the race to sign Ruben Neves. The summer transfer window closes on Tuesday. Man United have enjoyed a very good summer transfer window, and Solskjaer's mentioned a few times that he's been very pleased with our summer transfer business. Man United have spent 130 odd million now in this summer transfer window, and we've made 4 signings. Brought Tom Heaton in on a free from Villa. Then we brought Jadon Sancho in from Borussia Dortmund. We brought Rafael Varane in from Real Madrid. And obviously we brought Ronaldo in. And Solskjaer did say just before the summer transfer window opened that he was hoping Man United were going to make around 4 or 5 signings in this summer transfer window. This summer transfer window has been Solskjaer's 5th transfer window as permanent Man United manager. And you know what? Solskjaer has received the backing he deserves. Our owners, the Glazers, have backed him. Woodward has said several times before that he'd back him. John Murtough has backed him because he's played a part in getting Solskjaer the players that he wanted in. John Murtough is our director of football. He's our first ever director of football. We made the right decision getting one in though, because I mentioned that it's one of the structural changes that we needed at the club. We've got Matt Judge, who's part of the club, and Darren Fletcher's also part of the club. We have not sold one single player in this summer transfer window, which is a surprise. And the other week, Solskjaer got warned that he has to sell to buy. Yes, we've loaned quite a few players out in this summer transfer window. You know, we loaned Brandon Williams out to Norwich. We loaned Ethan Laird out to Swansea. We loaned Andres Pereira out to Lazio. We loaned Axel Tuanzebe out to Villa. We loaned Tahith Chon out to Birmingham. And we also loaned Facundo Pellistri out. There is still some players at Man United that are not good enough to represent the club. You know, I don't think Victor Lindelof is good enough. I think we should offload him. I think there's a good chance we'll offload him in January or next summer. We won't offload him in this summer transfer window. Analysing the vast majority of Lindelof's games, he's been inconsistent and he's a static centre-half and he makes too many mistakes. But he has had some good games at Man United. In some games he has looked good alongside Harry Maguire. But with obviously, you know, Varane here now, you know, Lindelof's going to really struggle to get in the team. We got Lindelof in a deal worth 31 million from Benfica back in 2017 and Lindelof's got a contract with Man United until 2024. Phil Jones, he isn't good enough to represent the club. He's never been good enough. He's always been inconsistent. And I've said so many times we should offload Phil Jones, which I think we're going to do, maybe in January or next summer, but it won't be this season. So Jones is set to stay at Man United this season after Solskjaer told him he remains part of his plans. Jones made his comeback from injury in that behind closed doors game against Burnley. Because Jones was out with a knee injury for a while. He sustained the injury in that FA Cup game against Tranmere last season. Was it? Jones is the only outfield player that's still with us from the Ferguson era. You know, Jones has endured 10 years at Manchester United, so he's been a long-serving player. I said I want us to offload Diego Dalot, but the Manchester Evening News and Sky Sports and that have confirmed that Diego Dalot is staying at Manchester United. Sky Sports News said not so long ago that Borussia Dortmund were in talks to sign Diego Dalot. Borussia Dortmund were interested in a loan with an option to buy next summer. I think 2 other clubs were also in for Diego Dalot. Diego Dalot is our backup right back to Wan-Bissaka. To Diego Dalot's credit, he did well throughout pre-season. Last season, Diego Dalot was out on loan with AC Milan. We got him 3 years ago from Porto, got him for 19 million. Dalot's got a contract with Man United till 2023. You know, you've got Matic. He isn't good enough to represent the club, and I've said so many times we need to sell him. Might sell him in January or next summer. Certainly won't be selling him in this summer transfer window, but he has been subjected to transfer speculation before. Matic isn't one of our first choice midfielders, but despite that, he still seems to get his chances. I've always had my strong reservations about him. Too predictable, he's a static midfielder, and he's ageing up. We overpaid for Matic, got him for 40 million from Chelsea back in 2017. So he's been with us for 4 years. Fred, he's another one, not good enough to represent the club from my perception. He's been inconsistent in a lot of games at Man United, but there again, he's had some good games. We overpaid for Fred, got him in a deal worth 52 million from Shakhtar Donetsk. I don't think Lingard's good enough to represent the club. There again, no, Lingard did well throughout pre-season. I said we need to offload Lingard in this summer transfer window. The other week, you know, he was subjected to transfer speculation because it came out and said that West Ham and Everton want Jesse Lingard. Stuart Pearce, West Ham's first team coach, mentioned that, you know, West Ham want to sign Lingard, and he mentioned that he's a special lad. And West Ham received a boost in their pursuit of Lingard because it said we dropped our asking price for Lingard to 20 million. Initially, we was demanding 30 million. Fabrizio Romano did mention though that West Ham were going to submit another bid. Lingard enjoyed a 4-month loan spell with West Ham last season, and he made an impact. Lingard's current contract at Man United expires next year, but he has been part of the club for a long time. You know, risen up our academy. He's at Man United. You know, he's won the FA Cup, the Charity Shield, the Europa League, and the EFL Cup, and he's scored in some of them finals. But not so long ago, Solskjaer confirmed that Lingard remains part of his first team plans this season, despite the ongoing speculation. Not so long ago, Lingard had COVID. But like I said, I wanted to offload him. You know, Martial, he's another one. Not good enough to represent the club, and I've said we need to get rid of him as well. Might offload him next year, but we won't be offloading him in this summer transfer window because before the start of the season, the Telegraph came out and said that Man United have no intentions of selling Martial, and he remains part of Solskjaer's plans this season. So there you go, and Juan Mata, he's lost that yard of pace, he's ageing up, and he doesn't really get in our 11. I'm expecting Juan Mata to leave next summer when his contract expires. Don't forget, Juan Mata did sign a 1-year contract extension. But I do think Man United have got a good chance of winning the Premier League this season, you know, with obviously Ronaldo coming in. Well, before Ronaldo came in, I said Man United are certainly title contenders now, you know, with obviously us being in Sancho and Varane in. Don't forget, before the start of the season, Solskjaer talked up Man United's title hopes. Solskjaer has not yet won a trophy as Man United manager. We haven't won a trophy since 2017, so this season Solskjaer has to win some silverware to basically save his job. Solskjaer's ambition for this season is to win the Premier League, and we haven't won the Premier League since 2013. We have won 20 titles in total, 13 of them are Premier League titles. What an achievement it would be for Solskjaer if he was to win the league this season. But Solskjaer knows he's got big expectations to exceed this season. You know, this season is Solskjaer's third full season as Man United manager. So far, we've registered 4 points from our first 2 league games. You know, we beat Leeds on the opening day 5-1, and obviously last weekend we drew with Southampton. It was a pretty poor performance against Southampton, to be honest with you. And there's already been some Man United fans demanding Ole out. In my opinion, they're delusional, because we've only played 2 games. You know, if results weren't to be good in the next 6, 7, 8 games, then I might start turning on Solskjaer. You know? But like I've said to you before, when we have been inconsistent and when we are inconsistent, not all the blame stems from Solskjaer. Obviously he's accountable for certain things. It's never all the manager's fault. I've told you I've got my reservations about Solskjaer, but there's also positives regarding Solskjaer as well. You know, in certain aspects he's brought consistency back to Man United. I like the way Solskjaer develops the youth. Solskjaer has more or less given everybody their chances to express themselves, including young players, like he surely would do when he got appointed in as Man United manager. I think Solskjaer has made good signings as Manchester United manager. Solskjaer has now signed 14 players, and in total he's spent over £400 million. So obviously in the summer of 2019, Solskjaer brought Daniel James and Wan-Bissaka and Harry Maguire in. Back in January 2020, he brought Bruno Fernandes in and Odi Nagalo in on loan. Then in the summer of 2020, which was last summer, he brought Edison Cavani in, Donny van de Beek, Alex Telles, Amad Diallo and Facundo Pellistri. And in this summer transfer window, you know, he's brought Heaton in, Sancho, Varane and Ronaldo. You know, Solskjaer didn't bring anyone in his first transfer window as Manchester United manager. I don't think he did anyway. He has got rid of a lot of players since he's come in, which he knew he had to do. He's let quite a lot of players go permanently. So the players he let go permanently, you know, he got rid of Ashley Young, Solskjaer, got rid of Valencia, he got rid of Smalling, and that trio were long-serving players at the club. He also got rid of Darmian. He released Sergio Romero. He released Joe Pereira. He got rid of Marian Fellaini back in January 2019. Fellaini didn't endure 6 years with us. He also got rid of Herrera. You can say we made a mistake getting rid of Herrera. He also got rid of Angel Gomez permanently. Got rid of Sanchez. We definitely made the right decision getting rid of Sanchez because he was a flop at Man United. We got rid of Romelu Lukaku. Also got rid of Timothy Fosu-Mensah and Marcus Rojo. And like I said to you, Ole has loaned quite a few players out. Obviously some of them players have returned from their loan spells, and obviously some players have gone back out on loan. So like I said to you earlier, in this window we loaned Brandon Williams out, Ethan Laird, Andres Pereira, Axel Tuanzebe, Facundo Pellistri and Tahith Chong. Back in January we loaned a few players out as well. You know, we did loan Mengi out, we loaned Jesse Lingard out, we did loan Pellistri out back in January. We also loaned Dalot out as well. We did loan Pereira out as well. Was it back in January? So there you go. Have I said them all? I don't know. In Solskjaer's first full season, he got us to 3 semi-finals. And also got us a 3rd place finish. In his second full season, he got us to the Europa League final, and that was his first major final as Man United manager. Last season got us to the quarterfinals of the FA Cup, also got us to the EFL Cup semi-final. Last season got us a 2nd place finish, and last season went the entire season without losing away from home in the Premier League. We haven't lost away from home in the Premier League since January 2020, and reflecting on that draw last weekend against Southampton, we equalled Arsenal's record. But you've got to say Solskjaer has done a good job to say the current squad he was left with when he got appointed in as Man United manager. Before the start of the season, Solskjaer signed a new contract with the club until 2024. There's an option of a further year. A lot of United fans disagreed with us giving Solskjaer that new contract. I don't think he'll see out this new contract, but I hope I'm proven wrong. Ole has been in charge of Man United now for almost 3 years. But whatever happens regarding Solskjaer, like I mentioned before, we'll always adore him because at the end of the day, he's a club legend. He endured 11 years as a player for Man United. He flourished under Ferguson's guidance. But he's gained some managerial experience, reflecting how long he's been at the club. Solskjaer got appointed in December 2018 as Jose Mourinho's replacement, and he's been permanent Manchester United manager since March 2019. Solskjaer did well as the interim manager in that 3-month period. He won like 14 games out of 19 in all competitions. The other week, Solskjaer said he wants new contracts for Bruno Fernandes, Paul Pogba, Marcus Rashford, Luke Shaw and Harry Maguire. To be fair, we have extended a lot of players' contracts since Solskjaer got appointed in. Obviously, earlier on today, I gave you the news on Paul Pogba. Marca said that Paul Pogba has told his agent Mino Raiola that he wants to play for Real Madrid, and he will not extend his contract with Man United, and he will leave for free in 2022, which is next year. Now, the other week, Solskjaer did say that talks were ongoing with Pogba's representatives to persuade Pogba to sign a new contract, and Solskjaer did mention he was not worried about Pogba's contract situation. The Athletic came out though and said that Man United was set to make Pogba the highest paid player at the club with a new 5-year contract worth £400,000 a week. Pogba receives $290,000 a week at the moment on his current contract, and his current contract expires next summer. Sky Sports said not so long ago that Pogba is very likely to leave Man United on a free next summer. But before the start of the season, Pogba rejected a new contract at Man United, and Sky Sports said that Pogba was increasingly unlikely to sign a new Man United contract. But Sky Sports also said that Pogba sees a long-term future at Man United, but may wait on the contract extension. Before the start of the season though, Solskjaer revealed he had positive talks with Pogba over his future. So there you go. I'll be doing some videos tomorrow. Obviously, I'll be giving you a match reaction for the Wolves game. Won't be coming up straight after, maybe coming up around maybe 8-9 o'clock. Also, I'll be giving you the player ratings from that game. So yeah. So anyway guys, that's everything to update today. Drop your comments, like, explore on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very, very soon.